game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you...
Today.
And we are underway from Houston. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Finding room at midfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. Getting it to him in space. Pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field. Gave him all sorts of room to run. And he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown Raiders! Mac Hollins, 32 yards. And the Raiders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A pair of teammates at Fresno State connecting there. Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Smith throwing again. He completes this to Walker. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Out of the gun, Smith. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Gino. And Walker has it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. To the air again, Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Gino's going to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Carr, throw left side, complete. That's Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. It's caught at the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll fake it. Now Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
On 2nd and goal, Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Carr. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on 1st down.
Open man, that's Renfro.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed a little...
Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action, ready to go. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Only able to gain a couple there, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On play action, it's Carr.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Smith.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone, and they hit him for the completion for the 1st down. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise...
And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there, because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Smith on 1st down. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Here's Smith looking to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. To throw is Carr. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot.
And blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the back.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Goodwin able to haul it in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, 77 yards.
And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Raiders heading out to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And they run with Jacobs on 1st down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A lot of bulk out there, as you might expect, on that D-line to try to stop the run on 2nd down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 15, 24 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Geno on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to